Welcome back, guys. Got a good little update on the muscle truck for you today. One of the most notable things that's happened since I've been gone is the brakes work on both front wheels now. Finally got them to bleed on this side. The truck has disc brakes up front. It actually stops pretty good for an old 70s truck. I'm definitely pleased with that. Thanks again to Dad for helping me bleed the brakes again. It worked out a lot better this time. Hey, another little problem I've fixed. I still haven't gotten the thing to sound quote unquote good yet, but it runs a little better now, and it sounds a little better now. And mainly what that was all about is this. Okay, if you guys can see that, that's a factory spacer plate for a Ford Motorcraft 2-barrel carburetor. And what goes on with them is there's a little exhaust passage, the best that I can describe it, running up under the carburetor, straight through the intake, by the way, that makes the thing warm up quicker. And over the years, that will tend to eat through these aluminum spacer plates. And the truck, I unfortunately didn't have one that I could change to that was better, so I fixed that one with some exhaust grade silicone. That's the best I could do. I also smeared a little bit on a base plate gasket vacuum leak there that I had, because I feel like taking the carb off again. I've had it on and off about 10 times trying to find out what's going on, but thing runs a lot better now. Another thing cool coming up today is I spent a little bit of money for some header gaskets. And that's what we're going to be doing today, is putting headers on the truck. I know it's going to sound 10 times better after that, and I'll at least have a rough idea of how to tune it and if it's firing on all 8 and all that good stuff. Anyhow, I'll give you guys an example of how it sounds one last time with the exhaust manifolds before we switch them. Sounds a little bit better now, but not awesome. Actually sounds quite a bit better now that it doesn't have a huge exhaust leak coming out from under the carb. Alrighty guys, I'm going to put those headers on there and get back to you. See you in a minute. Alrighty guys, we're about halfway there on this side. I encountered a small hang-up. I should have anticipated this, but these studs have a little bit too much extra length in them. And I'm either going to have to go to the hardware store and get some bolts that fit it a little bit better, or use some sleeves. And I've been digging around here for a while and I don't have any sleeves at all, so my plan was to just make some out of this old horn that I found in my junk laying around. Just gonna use this cutting wheel here and cut some sections out of it, make my own little sleeves to take up the slack. I had to beat the header a little bit there next to the steering box to make it fit, but it fit. Alright guys, I'll get back to you when I'm even closer to done or done. We'll see. Well, there you go guys. There's a bunch of raggedy, rough old sleeves made out of an old horn of some sort. Saved myself one more trip to the store. I'll be back at it again soon. Well guys, I got delayed by a rainy day and a couple other hang-ups, but the headers are in the truck. It wasn't too much trouble, especially after making those custom sleeves. Had to use a few of them on this side and a few of them on that side. Truck sounds awesome with the headers on it, as you could guess. And I could tell after putting the headers on there that it still wasn't running quite right. And I tried to track the problem down, and it occurred to me that this ignition box probably had some issues going on with it. Where's the old one? There it is. And it definitely had some issues. All this goo with tree debris stuck all over the top of it actually came out of the old ignition box. And as you can see, all of its insulation material just melted away and disappeared over the years. I can't believe the thing was even sparking at all. but the truck runs way better. It still isn't running 100%. I've narrowed it down to the carburetor now. Got to probably take the thing off and soak it, maybe possibly rebuild it. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, that's the cleanest, best condition Motorcraft 1.21 that I've got laying around here. I've got probably 10 Motorcraft 2-barrel carbs. Thanks to Dewey letting me plunder his junk. God, that sounded disgusting. Anyways, yeah, I'll get this thing started for you, show you how much better it sounds. The thing is obnoxiously loud with headers. One thing that I forgot to mention that I've done recently is I changed the oil filter. I didn't completely change the oil, I just, changed the filter and added another quart like guys did back in the Depression, because you know how this channel is, spend as little as possible. I was also walking past one of my little parts piles over here and ran across something that I'm going to need for the truck. I've been knowing that I'm going to have to buy a battery cable in for a while and saw one poking out of all this crap. So yeah, that's going to replace the vice grips over here on the Ford. So yeah, there it is. No more of that. And there you have it, guys, a real official battery cable end. I did clean the thing up inside and out with my trusty little wire brush here before and after, so don't worry about that. It's making good contact. Alrighty guys, I figure I kept you waiting long enough. Let's see what this thing sounds like with headers on it now. First time I hit the gas, the choke's gonna shut off, but it should crank up and run smooth to start with. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but it's running way smoother. Still doesn't idle perfectly when the choke is off, but I mentioned that earlier. You guys know I'm trying to tackle some carb problems. Sounds pretty damn good otherwise. Oh yeah, silly me. I completely forgot to tell you guys, obviously we hooked up the hood hinges and got the hoods on the truck. And much to my surprise, the latch actually still works. So yeah, that's one problem taken care of. Truck is coming along really well. Alrighty guys, the sun has pretty much gone down over here. You can't even see it on the horizon anymore. But I just got the grill and headlights hooked up in the truck. I actually didn't connect the headlights. They're just sitting in there, so I don't know if they work yet. But yeah, we are getting pretty close to visually done, because I like to leave my cars looking kind of ratty and aged. This thing is going to be one badass muscle truck. As you can tell, this grill is a little messed up. I might possibly end up repairing it like I did with the Mustang grill. I'll leave a link to that video in the description so you guys can see what I'm talking about. I'm good at fixing plastic pieces. Bodywork is my trade, but there you go guys. Truck looks 100 times better with the hood and grill on it. It sounds 100 times better with the headers on it too, so we are really making progress here. Thanks a lot for watching guys. I really appreciate it more than I could ever say. Have a good one. Like, subscribe, hit the notification button, all that good crap. Take it easy.